of wisdom. So we have, even right there...
What's his name?
Thank you for joining us on this Sunday, the 29th day of June, 2014 transmission. I'm Alex Jones coming to you from the TV studios. David Knight is in the radio studios. I could not be covering a more important issue than the one we're about to break down. It's now not denied that we're going into a global financial incremental implosion. But undoubtedly, it's clear that the orchestrated economic collapse is being accelerated. And it's crystal clear that on the ashes of this global world system, a highly autocratic, authoritarian technocracy is being established, in the words of the Bilderberg Group, the Davos Group, the EU, you name it. Europe is the model, where they appoint the leaders of Italy and Greece, where they have banker bailouts, where they grab 44% out of your bank account and pay it to billionaires who the government has signed on to their derivatives, bailing them out. This is neo-feudalism. This is economic slavery, my friends, on steroids. Now, again, it's not my opinion that a global financial economic implosion from which we're never supposed to recover is being engineered. The latest article was in the London Guardian. Pentagon preparing for mass civil breakdown. Social science is being militarized to develop operational tools to target peaceful activists and protest movements, to stop the people from getting out from under the globalist. Another article in the Guardian back in 2007 got a Ministry of Defense report, Revolution, Flash Mobs, and Brain Chips, a grim vision of the future, total police state with a brain-chipped population to control us. That is the British Ministry of Defense. You cannot make up the magnitude of the sci-fi tyranny. Let's look at a quote from Henry Kissinger, and he said similar things in a New York Times article, where he said back in 1991 in Evian, France, at a Bilderberg Group meeting, today America would be outraged if UN troops entered Los Angeles to restore order. Tomorrow they will be grateful. This is especially true if they were told there was an outside threat from beyond, whether real or promulgated, that means manufactured, that threatened our very existence. And he goes on to say it's at that time they would give in to the world government for their safety. General Petraeus a few weeks ago in the London Telegraph, speaking to the Thatcher Group, said that we're going to get rid of America and bring in a North American Union, and their own Banff Canada UN documents show they're going to use global crises to get that job done. In fact, he told the New York Times in 2009, Kissinger did, the chance for a new world order was the article, that again, crises are the way they're going to bring this in. He also told MSNBC right when Obama was elected, and CNBC separately, that all these different global crises with Obama would help bring in the New World Order. And what is the New World Order based on? Cloward and Piven, a sociology program of the Democrats, published in The Nation magazine back in '66, is just one plan under the larger Agenda 21, again, to bankrupt you and to force you to be dependent on the state and the chicken feed they hand out. Very, very similar to the systems they've used in communist countries to control populations. And under austerity, over and over and over again, things just get worse and worse. And you're not paying off your own national debt. Your country sign on to the derivatives, to the too big to fail, trillions of dollars per nation in many cases, tens of trillions in our case, and then you're a debtor to the very people that you bailed out. Now, the good news is that in places like Greece, where they've been going and even taking 44% out of some of the people's bank accounts to, quote, bail out the bankers with these bail-ins, in places like Cyprus, there has been such a revolt that they're having to start to back down as the public becomes aware of this. The New York Times bemoaned the fact that places like Spain, after many years of austerity, killing their economy further, they're now engaged in tax cuts to try to get the economy going. Kennedy cut taxes by 50%. Tax receipts doubled. The elite know if you cut taxes, it actually brings in more money on average. Then why do they want higher and higher taxes? To bankrupt the economy. Then the globalist corporations are exempt from those taxes and from those regulations. continuing now into the global economic meltdown that we know is transpiring, that we know is unfolding and being accelerated. Here's just some of the latest news. Rising food prices push up Indian wholesale inflation in May. Meat, poultry, and fish prices spike to all-time highs in the United States. You're seeing the inflation out there. International Business Times, meat, produce, dairy prices on the rise, while processed foods, grain prices remain stable. Yeah, the processed crud food. You're not crazy. America, your grocery bill is going up fast, upwards of 2.1% in the last year, and that's with cooked federal numbers. Try doubling, ladies and gentlemen. But meanwhile, the farmers can't even make a living because it's all rigged by computers, like high-frequency trading, at the meat packing level. And Americans can't even get jobs because the illegal aliens do that. Economic crime rises worldwide, led by theft and procurement fraud, survey shows out of Reuters. Again, corruption is accelerating, led by the Fortune 500. Las Zeta, death toll reaches 100,000 plus in Mexico from the phony drug war. Criminal violence rising in the Caribbean, UN report, more than doubling. And now what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, they have trains out of Central and South America called trains of death with unlimited tens of thousands a day that Mexico allows in, as long as they don't get off the train, to come up to the U.S., where the Border Patrol loads them onto Greyhound buses with vouchers and ships them anywhere they go to be dropped off wherever they want to go. We reported that 2 weeks ago. Last week, AP confirmed that the White House, ladies and gentlemen, has literally ordered this but will not give details. So our story has been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. But the backlash against this worldwide is accelerating. They're flooding Europe with unlimited illegals right now to then be the voting bloc to vote for further socialism, further control, further banker bailouts, because they're clients of the state itself controlled by the globalist. In closing, look at this headline: too big to audit, large partnerships escape IRS scrutiny, GAO report shows. And this is being covered by McClatchy, AP, and others. CNS News is covering it as well. The big firms have written the regulations where the offshore globalists are exempt and don't even get audited and don't even pay taxes in most cases. But the average middle-class person, an average blue-collar worker, has had 21 taxes raised on them under Obamacare, 7 of them on people at poverty line or below. Look it up for yourself. How was that a handout to the people? Again, even the New York Times admits everything's rigged. Even Rolling Stone admits everything's rigged. But who is it rigged by? That's the key here. The global collapse is here. If millions of illegals are able to come in the next year off these trains, tens of millions more will come. It will collapse the border. It will be a crisis. And under Rex 84 declassified, they have a plan to bring in martial law to fix the problem they've created. This is the signal to implode the borders, bring in the North American Union, as General Petraeus treasonously said a few weeks ago. You either wake up, speak out, and get involved, or you will lose everything in the meltdown. They will take your bank accounts. They will take your pension funds in the name of stabilizing the system. It's all being prepared. How many times have I warned you and told you what's going to happen next? Because I'm going off the globalist-owned white papers. I read the Ministry of Defense reports, the Pentagon reports. I read what George Soros talks about. They're laughing at you and your family. This is all staged. Back to this live Sunday edition with David Knight. Don't say you weren't warned by Infowars.com. Don't say there weren't people there that told you what was happening and that you could politically speak out and stop this. This is so treasonous that they've miscalculated, and this could literally turn the tide against the New World Order. They're accelerating their plan because they're already in so much trouble. So many good things are happening. They're voting down carbon taxes in Australia. The Supreme Court ruled Obama can't shut down all the coal power plants. Good things are happening because you're waking up. Now wake up all the way, wake up others. Back to the live transmission.
Celebrate the spirit of freedom and liberty upon which our nation was founded at InfoWarsShop.com. Molon Lave is ancient Greek for come and take it. This popular design combines both classic Greek Spartan imagery with modern M16 assault rifles. Now available in women's tees and proudly made in the USA. And now you can protect yourself from corrupt cops with the InfoWars dash cam. It's your car's black box that records all that the driver sees and hears. And introducing the Block It Pocket. It renders your phone undetectable while protecting your private data and your health. Or take back your privacy and protect your personal information by getting your very own Detractor cell phone pouch. So get incredibly high-quality, freedom-based products and help fund the revolution at InfoWarsShop.com.